This is the future.
Today is August 27, 2023. It is 2:51 a.m. In this video, I will be focusing on Invictus. So let's go on my back end on my other channel. I would just become a habit now. So for those who have subscribed so far, thank you. 447 subscribers, and the views are doing okay. Not too many people watching as much, but it's doing pretty good. Okay, so this is the back end leading up for my channel to be monetized. So these are the requirement, eligibility. I need 500 subscribers. Before it used to be 1,000, but they're requiring much more than that though, in terms of other things. I'm supposed to have at least 3 videos within the last 90 days, which I've already surpassed. Okay, and then this is where it becomes really important. I need to have at least 3,000, okay, 3,000 public watch hours. So far, I only have 817. For those who have watched the videos, thank you. And yeah, so that's why I need to post more on this channel. Okay, so now let's go on Twitter. All right, so this is the first video. Okay, save the date and mark your calendar. September 9th to September 16th. That's when the Invictus will be. All right, so let's see here. There is a music, I'm sorry, but I'll let it play. So just read the captions. Okay, on my way to the biggest event of 2023.
This is the future.
Wow, so that the music is saying I am Invictus. We are Invictus. That's nice. Okay, let's go dust it off. Let's go. There's that. I mean, the squad always come through. Whenever the tweet start with some, depend on how the caption is and the GIF or whatever emojis they put, and then the squad follow through with the same kind of vibe. Then if the haters come, then they mess up everything. And then the squad change their tune to go after them, say, you on the wrong post or some sort of. Okay, get dressed, we're going. There's that, me and Kitty's already. That's an ad. All right, after this, we move on. Well, I hope she does not get lost on the way. Make sure she has a map. Looking forward, I'm ready. Oh boy, I like the one she has a map. Y'all aid this and let us know when y'all are dropping that merch. Let's go Invictus. Yeah, the music is really good, but I won't put it because YouTube will, I don't know, copyright the video. All right, I can't wait. We are Invictus. There's that. All trains, planes, and automobiles lead to Invictus Games, Dusseldorf. Okay, there's that. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, there's that. Okay, it's 1 minute and 48 seconds. Princess Meghan first speech at the Invictus Games Sydney. I can't wait to see her again during this year's Invictus Game in Germany, starting September 9 to 16. All right, so let's listen to that.
Into an international platform of some of the best athletics and sportsmanship you could ever witness, coupled with a camaraderie and close-knit sense of community, which can only be defined as the Invictus spirit.
That's nice.
With that said, and on a very personal note, I just wanted to thank all of you for welcoming me into the Invictus family. I am truly so grateful to be a part of this with each and every one of you. And I'm not sure if many of you know this. Thank you. I'm not sure if many of you know this, but a few years ago, before I had met my husband, I had the incredible honor of visiting troops deployed all over the world, from the UK to Italy and Afghanistan and several other countries.
That's right. Tell your resume, my girl. Tell your resume. You didn't just pop up like that.
In traveling to these military bases, I was given a very special glimpse into the lives of those who serve our countries. I was able to see the unshakable bond between servicemen and women on the ground together, but at the same time to feel the palpable longing for family and friends while deployed. Once home, the need for that anchor of support from loved ones, especially given how much it accelerates recovery and rehabilitation, is immeasurable. I've been reminded of those memories here.
That's nice. I like
In the
that.
game.
Okay, I never really see the intro, the entire intro of this. This is the first time I'm seeing this part of the um, Sydney game. This is a tweet that I like, and yet your ass is still here. I don't even need to read it if I black it. Okay, I wonder how many new outfit she'll be able to squeeze in for the trip. It doesn't matter. It's not your business. Get as many as she well then pleases. That is the beauty of paying for your own shit and not having to answer to F heads like you. Alright, so while I see them, let's just black so I don't come across them. Okay, she is not a princess. She is. Alright, so let's just black as they show themselves. Okay, I mean, she is Princess Henry by marriage, but also I can give her whatever title I want and you will just have to deal with it. Stop crying in the comments and go find something useful to do. Okay, she speaks so eloquent with her whole heart. Such an amazing human inspired speech. Yeah, it is. That small portion that I just see here, yeah, it is. Seriously, there's nothing negative about Meghan as a person, royal actress, or whatever. She's what is called an all-rounder. Yep. How do they say it? Someone who could wear different hats. Okay, she ticks all the boxes and left nothing to the losers. That's right. She has looks, glam, beauty, eloquent, intelligence, professionalism, expertise, and best, very cute. Go look at some of my old videos, especially on Pure YTE. There's some stuff that I've said, you know, she like I just said a few minutes, she wears all hats. She's, you know, she could be goofy, happy, professional, and then at the same time, you know, still look good doing all of them. All right, let's see here. I'm sure I'm gonna see some of the haters. There it is. Let's black when the my goodness, some people really spend some times to do all this nonsense. Wow. Okay, I totally agree, and that is what they hate the most. They wanted her spirit broken, and the scary thing is, they nearly succeed in very short time into making her suicidal. This is not a nice family, this is a clan. Harry took his time and had the courage to pick the right wife, not just someone he loved, but one who could cope well with the life and not drown. That in itself was an act of kindness. Toby, the other brother's wife, not so much. She seems to be struggling every step of the way. Okay, let's go to the next one. No, let's go to the main post. I just came from one of those where the haters was. Okay, I just love how these two passionate people had that similar philanthropic journey and became one powerhouse, which no one matched. Meghan was made for this. Meghan is so eloquent, her voice and the content of what she says captures your attention. She really felt the love of the Invictus family in Australia and other countries since. I'm looking forward to hearing from her again at the upcoming games in Düsseldorf, as the debut date of both the Heart of Invictus and the Düsseldorf Invictus game come nearer. Let's remember to uplift veterans and their stories. In the midst of a lot of hateful noise from the British media, Royalists and trolls, let's dedicate to uplifting the good. Okay, I was there to see her making this speech and she was awesome. Okay, there's this, the elegance, the intelligence, the eloquent, the beauty, and giving the speech of the cough. Let me stop here before the other team dies of jealousy. Of jealousy. I think she was reading the interrupter. Okay, you never saw someone giving speech, right? Well, baby step, good for you. Okay, let me just move back. All right. Boy, the British media actually blew this big time with this amazing woman. I don't think they even realize the loss. Nah, there's so much with hate. I don't even think so. I think the people within the UK understand Meghan's power. Okay, the things that she could have done for the public. But the people who's running the country, it's unbelievable. They're holding the people back. Okay, I see the same kind of mentality in terms of government in the UK, the same way as how do you call this in Russia? It's almost the same way. But what happened is that the UK knows how to hide their devilness, their evilness kind of ways. Okay? But the UK play both sides. But in the front, they show to be some kind of nice, but in the back, they are just like the enemies. Okay, boy, did the firm ever do the fumble? She's not a princess. Oh, God, she is. I just need to black this. Okay, whenever Meghan speaks, she commends the room. That is a gift lacking in the British royal family. Looking forward to her speech, she really delivers. Here, it's so much worse than I remember. So much self. Oh, God, there they are. There they are. Phew. Can anyone see Kate doing something like this? Wow, there's that, blah, 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 me. But there you are, following her to look at her. I see why Harry always called her his amazing wife. She really is the whole package. Wife and soulmate, mother to his children. She's not only beautiful outside, she's beautiful inside, intelligent, and soft, strong, caring, and accomplished so much they make a perfect team. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. I ended up blacking a whole bunch and I read all of the comment. Let's go to the next one. I have another video to make for App Team Sussex. So I need to hurry up. This one, I was supposed to make it yesterday, but I was tired after I did the first recording. Okay, Royalists are extremely jealous of the Invictus Games success. You can feel it in their tweets. Yep, I see that too. There's one, well, it's an article. I didn't read it, but on my last video yesterday, my husband, I said in that video, my husband just switched the computers and did some stuff, and I can find some of my clips and things like that. So with that new computer on the side, I think it's how do they call this? It's not Chrome. What's the other version? The one with Microsoft. That's it, Microsoft. On the side, when you hover around, it shows you articles and whatever. And there's one article I just stumbled on the headline. It was very sad to read. Sad in a sense. I mean, I know they're trying to put Harry down and all of that, but the way that I see the headline while they're bashing Harry, it was really sad in the sense this is what they could only offer the institution, saying that, oh, they're gonna remove his. Again, it's just about title, okay? Something that Harry doesn't care. But when I was reading it, they're trying to bash Harry, but in my sense, when I read it, I was like, oh my God, these people, it's really sad because this is the only thing they could offer in society. Just titles, imaginary things, things that cannot really uh, fulfill for you to be alive in a sense where you will need food, water, and shelter and all of that. All they could offer is uh, what is it, titles and ribbons and whatever they usually give people to make them feel like they achieved something. Okay, but it doesn't really, in terms of physical, something you could touch that you could eat to keep you alive. They can't do that. So when I read the headline, I didn't even bother fully read the article. Just the headline made me feel sad for them because that's all they could do. There's Harry who's doing things, tangible things that could help society, the veteran people, and make them feel part of society again, so they could still be with their family in a good state of mind. But meanwhile, because the others, they can't really produce anything to make people feel in a sense of accomplishment, a sense of um, to be alive kind of way. So they're just bringing headline after headline, and they pretty much have control of the entire, pretty much medias, whatever medias that they want to have some nonsense be written about or say or whatever. They have that. They have that, but instead, this is the negativity they're spewing. It's sad. That's the way that I saw that headline, even though it was to somewhat bash Harry because the Invictus game is coming. They're trying to be part of the conversation, put Harry down and all of that. But, you know, for them to feel good, to make themselves feel good, they have to put Harry down. But when I read it, I feel sorry for the royal family in a sense where they really have nothing to give, nothing tangible to give. That's why they're spewing so much hate. Okay, so let's start all over with this tweet. Okay, royalists are extremely jealous of the Invictus Games success. You can feel it in their tweets. Okay, their hate for Harry and Meghan is stronger than their love for veterans or servicemen and their families. That's for sure. All right, let's go into that. That's 6 comment. These are the people who became Taliban apologists, so it makes sense. Yep, that's so true. Okay, on a morning show today, the presenter was more interested in talking negatively about Prince Harry and Meghan rather than the veteran stories. He was there to showcase. It's frankly disgusting. Yeah, it's that's all they know. That's the thing here. This is all they know, and people seeing it, and you're starting to feel sorry for them. Sorry in a sense because they don't have anything better to offer. Okay, I've noticed. Okay, so people are saying the same thing. Yes, sad little persons indeed. I am sure they will not even be brave enough to fight for their country. I mean, they only care about money. All right, there's that. Can we at least abbreviate the name? This will come up under the title. It's Dr. Zanye. No. All right, there's this. They seriously hate that it's Harry who created the successful and impactful Invictus game. William is too lazy to even fulfill his own Football Association president role. And if he had anything about him, he could front the ready-made Commonwealth Games. That's all. A lot of time I've said in many of my other tweets, my other videos on my other channel, they don't need to reinvent the wheel. There's so many things that's already there, but their focus, it's completely off because the way that they see it, the way they do in their competition, in my humble opinion, I'm talking about the royal family and William in particular, in my humble opinion, the way that I see it, if Harry said, okay, let's create something from scratch and it's a success, pretty much this is Invictus, right? From scratch. And then now Invictus is a success. Now he wants to recreate something in that similar aspect from scratch when he has no mind to start to have an idea to create anything. And then we see it with Earthshot. Okay? We see it with, what is it? Yeah, Earthshot, pretty much. That's all I could come as an example that he does. And there's this tweet here making the comparison with the Commonwealth. But the way he's doing things, he doesn't know that every little bit counts. It's almost like when you say a raindrop could create flood. Okay, each of those raindrops will create a flood. So this is the same thing with William. Look at this. The women football was last week. Okay, that small step that he could have done to go and attend. Okay, he didn't show up. This is one of the small raindrops. He didn't even bother showing up. And then now we have the Commonwealth. I didn't even know they have a Commonwealth game. Okay, I don't even know how it goes. So I'm assuming all the Commonwealth countries send their athletes to go and participate. That's what I'm assuming. So they have it already, but he didn't do it. He's not trying to keep it together and bring it where yeah, it's a success, but instead, he's not doing the small little raindrop to make it a success. So yeah, that's that. All right. William is too lazy to even fulfill his own Football Association president role. And if he had anything about him, he could front the ready-made Commonwealth game. He just wants heavy success, not the work. Yeah, that's it. Okay, what does Prince William do in the Football Association? As president of the Football Association, the governing body of English football, the heir to the throne is responsible for promoting, that's the thing, promoting the game nationally and internationally at all levels. There it is. He didn't do that small part, just show up. Okay, when his team was receiving the medal for being second. I mean, I understand nobody loves to lose, but being second is not as bad. Okay, it's not that bad. Okay, in comparison to be a third. But yet third is not as bad as the fourth. You know, when it comes to competition. Okay, so being second is not that bad. So when the second place winner of the World Cup was going upstage to receive their medal, guess who was there to give it to them? The Queen of Spain. If William was there, he would have been there to give them the whatever, the medal. And then I'm saying Queen Latifah, Queen Letitia, I think that's her name. I'm sorry if I pronounce her name wrong. Okay, will be there to shake their hands. And then the reverse will happen when Spain is receiving their award. The Queen, as she did, give them their award. And if William wants to have good faith and good sportsmanship, he will stay there and shake their hands. That's all. That's what this thing is all about. Is that to take it to the core? Those games are there to express not only, as much as many people may not see it, is friendship, competition. To okay, just look at the meaning of what is it? They do it every 4 years. What is it? The Olympics. Okay, just look at the meaning of the Olympics. It's to bring good within society, where players come and compete to show their best at the thing. But don't take it to the core where you. I don't know. These people could create war. Could create war out of these things. My goodness, it's just good sportsmanship, okay, with your fellow, you know, human being. Okay, so there's all those headlines. I'm not gonna read all of them. Okay, so there they are. Okay, Britain declined to save Commonwealth Games. So there's that. This is the thing that she's talking about. He could do something to put it together. But when you look at the politician, okay, when you look at the politician in the UK, just go back to some of the things that I've said, especially if you go to PYTE, I have a video that called The Firm. As the thumbnails, I have the British flag in it. Okay, I think the Union flag. Okay, on top, in that video, I said some stuff where when I look at to see where the Commonwealth located at, and it's pretty much spread around the globe. Okay. The main thing is to disperse it, to break it apart. And then those politicians, okay, now they have special interests. Because when the institution is there, keep them together, okay, to keep them together, those politicians in the UK cannot just go there and do whatever they want individually as a business or whatever. So they're breaking it. And they're succeeding. Just go back to that what I said in that video like 2 or 3 years ago. Okay, they're breaking the Commonwealth. They're not upfront telling you I'm breaking it, but they're doing small little step to break it apart. And then once the Commonwealth go their own separate ways, and now you're gonna see those individual business people going in there to do their thing. They each have their own special interests. Just go back to that video, see what I've said, see if I'm right, see if some of the thing that is happening now is what's going on. I mean, if is what I said in that video. All right, so there's that. Instead of trying to focus to keep it together. I mean, once the Commonwealth is gone and then other things start to crumble, and that's the end of the institution. Nobody need them. All right, so there's that. For all those who called for the founder and patron of We Are Invictus, Prince Harry, to hand over his own Invictus Games to his brother, there's the rolling eye, there is now an opportunity for Prince William to take over and be the face of the Commonwealth Games 2026 Commonwealth. My goodness. Right, the axing of the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Victoria has led to emergency talks on the rescue plan. 7 News can reveal there's a push to end the bidding process for the hosting role and instead declare 1 or 2 permanent homes for the games. Said before that as the Royalists want William to be giving the Invictus game. Okay, so I might continue from here or this from there. Okay, so let me just read it. Okay, said before that as the Royalists want William to be giving the Invictus game, they could instead hand over the ready-made Commonwealth game to him to fund. However, we know that works shy really is far too lazy to do that. Okay, they could hand over the already made Commonwealth games to Workshire Willie, but we know he can't be asked to put any work into making that a success. Yeah, the thing is there, but mm-mm-mm. All right, Prince Harry attend World Cup in Brazil, draws One Direction style crowd. There he is. He attend. This is what he that's what they uh not hire. Should I say hire? They put him for as a patron. So he has to be there. That's all William had to do. Oh my God, this guy is lack of focus. Okay, this was published 19 years ago. Wow, when was that? 2014. 19 years ago? No, 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 no. 2014 is not 19 years ago. Okay, so that's two different things. Phew. Okay, two different things here. So this is Vanity Fair, and this is something I can't read that. I can read that. Morning Herald, the Sydney Morning Herald. Okay, so that was published 19 years ago. Okay, Heavy and Rugby boosts Australia and UK Commission. Okay, Australia's profile is expected to soar in Britain over coming weeks thanks to Prince Harry's visit and the upcoming Rugby World Cup, the Australian Tourist Commission said today. Okay, Tourist Commission. Okay, Australia Tourist Commission Managing Director Ken Boundy said interest in Australia and the British media was expected to reach its highest level since the 2000 Sydney Olympic Games. This week's rival in Australia by Prince Harry will spark media attention in the UK, which will continue with the Rugby World Cup 2003, helping to keep Australia top of mind for potential travelers, he said. Wow, look at this. There it is. I mean, the squad are good to uncover all of that. Okay, there's this. I left names out for a reason. Okay, abusers, they trash you. It's their modus operandi. Deep down, they want to control your very existence. Yeah, the same thing they did. I mean, obviously, they're doing that to Harry and Meghan because the success that they have, they rather trash it. And then, okay, it's the same blueprint. Okay, they trash it because they want it. When you see their foundation, their history, when they go around the globe, they trashed it. Okay, look what's happening in Africa. They destroy it and then they take it. I mean, these people are baggage for God. Okay, so other media, they don't care about veterans. If they did, they support the games. That's it. When you look at in PYTE, I covered, that was the first time I actually looked into the Invictus game. So I covered it and I share with you guys all the things that I was seeing. Okay, so the people uh, in prominent position in the UK, they didn't come out to really support them at the time during the games when when you need the boost during, okay, during, that's where it's really important. None of them came. It was at the end of the game, and then someone, I don't know his position, came and then said his thing, and I came across it and I share it. All right, because throughout the games, whatever videos that I had, I was pointing it out, and I was like, nobody's coming to support the teams and whatever. And then at the end, when I came across that video, and I shared it. So while editing this video, and I wanted to search for that video from last year where the Ministry of Defense came out to sort of explain because I keep on showing screenshots. So I went to search for it, and this is the video. I finally find it. Okay, ahead of the closing ceremony, that's the key word here. Ahead of the closing the ceremony, Defense Ministry, Leo Daugherty, there he is, UK, has congratulated Team UK on an amazing performance at the Invictus Games. Reaching the games and earning a place on the pitch is a huge achievement for wounded, injured, and sick personnel and veterans. One thing that I want to make clear, because I think I said it on my community board, the internet is very vast. There's a lot of things that are out there. There's a possibility I did not come across a video that they had put out prior to this to show their support. I did not see it, so I didn't share what I cannot see. But the one that I saw, which is this one I will be sharing with you, I came across it last year at the end of the Invictus game, leading to the ending of the Invictus game. And then the tweet even said it, okay, ahead of the closing ceremony. All right, but during the beginning and the middle, I didn't hear anybody from prominent position of supporting the vets. All right, so this part of insertion, I just want to make it clear, I did not come across anything in between. This was the only one that I saw. If there was one or several others, I apologize. I don't want to throw them under the bus, but here's the video. Let me stop talking. Okay.
Well, it's absolutely brilliant to be here in The Hague enjoying the action and excitement of the Invictus Games. Team UK has waited a long time for these games throughout the pandemic, and it's been absolutely brilliant to see them in action competing for their country.
Okay.
Now, of course, the Invictus Games highlights the very best qualities of our armed forces. Determination in the face of adversity, dedication to their team and to their country, and a commitment to never, ever give up. I'm really proud that the Invictus Games enables our wounded, injured and sick veterans to continue to enjoy the camaraderie of life in the armed forces community. Even more importantly, it's one of the ways we can support them in their recovery and rehabilitation. Of course, we owe our armed forces personnel and veterans so much, and it's absolutely amazing to see the support they've received from friends and family here in The Hague, from armed forces personnel cheering them on, from operations around the world, and from supporters of Team UK watching all the action from home. As the games draw to a close, I want to really congratulate every Team UK competitor for their resilience over the last few years, for their dedication to their training and recovery, and the humbling spirit they've shown during these games. You are the embodiment of Invictus. You are unconquered.
Okay, so that's what I came across last year. All right, that was April 22, 2022. Now, while I was searching for this, I came across a more recent one. Now, unlike last year, where, as you can see in this video, he was participating in the games and, to show his support in there. But no one came out to say anything. All right, does that matter? It's up to you. You make your judgment on that. Now, unlike last year, I came across of a video where they're making it public to show support. Okay, it seemed like that lady was in that other video as well. She had received a medal. But anyway, so this one is a more recent one showing support leading to the Invictus. And then I'm going to read some of the comments because some of the comments are very interesting. Okay, so this was posted on March 17, 2023. All right, we're very supportive of the Invictus Games. Defense will provide training sites and be alongside the team as they approach Dusseldorf in September. That was a quote, by the way. Defense Ministry, who is he? How do you pronounce? Hon Andrew Marison, MP, was on site to show Defense Headquarters support to Team UK as they began preparing for this year's game. Okay, so let's listen to the video. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds as well.
We're at the old Royal Naval College, a site I know very well from my service, to launch the British team for the Invictus Games, which will be held in Dusseldorf in September. The Legion's done a fantastic job at this, and we're really very supportive of it as Defence. So Defence will provide its sites for training purposes and be alongside the team as they approach Dusseldorf in September. I'm very happy that the current team captain for Invictus is a Royal Naval serviceman. He's currently serving. I think it's important to note that team members can have mental and physical disabilities. It's very important to note that this isn't just veterans, it's also serving. Invictus is extremely important. I think over the past 10 years, it has really taken off It's quite inspirational, and the energy, enthusiasm of competitors is infectious. It's great to come to events like this.
So that's that. Now, like I said, unlike last year, I didn't see anything leading up to show support. So this is a very good start, okay? Because these guys should not be part of whatever political things that's going on between the monarchy, the whatever that's going on within these people. But the backup, the motivation to let the vets know that you support them, this is what we want to see. And then this is why I'm sharing with you. The same way I talk negative about them, because this is how I feel. So there's the positive. I came across it, so I'm sharing it with you. All right, so let's read some of the comments. Okay, yes, thanks to Prince Harry for creating the Invictus Games and for giving the athletes an incredible opportunity to use sports for their healing. Set up by Buckingham Palace, time to transfer leadership to a veteran worthy of the role. Someone who holds VC will make sense. Okay, so I don't know what that means. It could be a pretend thing, but the main thing is the veterans should not be caught in the middle, because the country have used them. Okay, what do I mean by use them? When they went into the military, they had their full lamp, whichever state of mind they were in, I do not know. But when they come out, this is where they are in. So they need their support. Okay, the country's support, and I know the people, the little people of the UK definitely are for the vets, but the prominent people in position who making big decision for the country, they need to show the vets their respect, because they don't want who make the decision to send these men in harm's way. Okay, so when you see me upset about the country, is not, but I'm not talking about the little people of Brits. Yes, there are within, there's little racism, it's everywhere, plenty in America and all of that. But the vets, they need their support. They need the support that they deserve, because the country have used them for the safety of the comforts of whatever privileges they have now. Not the vets, the other people who's making decision. All right, so I don't know what this comment means, but let me go way back. Okay, I do not know what it means in terms of set up by Buckingham Palace. The UK, the royal family knows how to play two-face and stuff like that. So what they expected out of Harry, not out of Harry, out of Invictus, they try their best to sabotage everything Harry touches. So it's not going their way. So maybe they're putting a front. I do not know. I really don't know. But the main thing is the vets are getting the support that they needed. Okay. Okay, go Team Great Britain, not long to go now, yippee. Please consider protecting its founder, Prince Harry, as well. All these service members, all of them, deserve respect, honor, protection, and common decency, including Harry. And I thought this was a very good comment. Let's see here. They are trying to erase Harry's stamp on it, remove Harry's UK team that worked on it for decades. Really? Are they trying to do that? Sudden takeover by establishment of Invictus UK, inserting royal stamp. Something stinks. Okay, so there's more to that. No wonder why the squad were talking about some of the things about Invictus. I think, it's some of the things that I'm making reference to are on this video. When they make there's some tweets that I came across where they mentioned some excerpt from Harry's book Spare, where Harry went to the board members to ask permission for the Invictus, and then later on went to William, and William said, "How come they didn't come?" Harry didn't come to him first, and all of that. So there must be something going on, because I don't follow the tabloid for me to know the nonsense they're spewing. So there might be. Okay, but this is his baby. This is the one he used with his money to, with the things that he set up. Not his money, but the Endeavor Fund and all of that. That was for the vets, and he created that. And then he wanted to invest the money from Endeavor's fund to create Invictus, and then now we have that. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Sudden takeover by establishment of Invictus UK and certain royal stamp. Something stinks. If you take away a son's security and his home, only remaining is his greatest achievement. Wow. Wow. That makes sense. Yeah, they're trying to move, yeah, to come and grab it, and then, yeah, you could see everything. I sort of agree with this person. Okay, when you think about what happened in New York, the chase and all of that, yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the main tweet. I just came from that translation. Quote, we're piggybacking on the popularity of a Spares Games because, frankly, everyone hates the air. I don't know, but I have an idea. But yeah, like I said last year, I didn't see until the end. Until the end, they came out and make some a public statement, which I just recorded within this video. Okay, at conservative government can give Selco $2.5 billion to build home for migrants, yet in the budget veterans get $33 million. There are today 60,000 ex-service personnel classed as homeless. In 2022, there were only 79,380 service soldiers. At conservative should be ashamed. Okay, riding on Harry's coattails while stripping him his birthright security. Look at this. Is it in this video? I don't know. I record so many things. I don't know where I have it. I think it was GB News was talking about to give Prince Andrew his security and all of that, and then all the excuses that they were making for Prince Andrew, you could easily apply it to Harry. That's all. Okay, let's see here. Something's different. British military establishment sudden attention to Invictus. Okay, so there it is. There's something to sort of back some of my claim. And I made that little, how do you call this? Disclaimer, where there could have been other videos from last year where they put out regarding the Invictus supporting the vets. I did not come across that. So my insertion, my disclaimer was that there could be, but the one that I came across, and I'm sharing with you in this video as well. Okay? So there's someone who's probably saw the same thing that I saw. Something's different. British military establishment sudden attention to Invictus as a UK project. Harry's old team, which managed it gone last year, is Harry's fame as founder becoming too much to tolerate. Will it be taking over for his brother to step in? A pathway to Harry's erasure. Wow. Okay, why now? Okay, there's another thing again to sort of back some of the thing that I've said. Why now? Is the UK military, quote, proud of the Invictus British team? Is Harry's father taking that over to took took the house that Harry said he loved, took his security after 3 months, promised to cover 1 year? Okay, busy. There's that. That's, what is that? That's an ad. There's one more. Okay, send them back much. Okay, I don't know what that means. There's more comment here. Okay, I cannot see it. So that's it. Let's get back to the original recording. I just wanted to answer this. All right, so that's it for now. Okay, yep, they're also angry about it. Okay, yes, LOL, especially those calling for Chuckles to take their patronage of it away because they have no idea how the Invictus Games came about. All right, so that's an ad. Give it time. They, Harry and Meghan, will destroy it too. I mean, they create the thing. As a matter of, this is the thing. These people are freaking ridiculous. It's actually growing. It's actually growing. I don't even, let's black. Okay, I need to move on. There's that. Yep, you ain't never lie. All right, that is why. I mean, the thing that they're spewing is just boomerang back to the left behind royals. Okay, that is why they keep making up silly rumors asking for him to step down or for it to be transferred to his useless relatives. They are crying and in pain. You could see that. And this is the thing that happened last year again. Okay, when they went to where did they go? That's the Netherlands. They did the One Young World. They went to Germany and to to start kick off the Invictus. They put the red carpet for them. People came out, and then boom, the queen passed. This is why I'm always skeptical about the queen situation. Okay, so right now, let's see who they're gonna throw under the bus. I don't know. Uh, let's just hope whatever it is, because those people are evil. Let them keep it in their own little circle, their own little bubble. Don't spread it beyond their shore. Okay, definitely see their frustration. Harry and Meghan last spoke on royal family issues March 2021 with silence on matters since, and it's that much makes derangers so angry. They want a response, do everything to get reaction, but Harry and Meghan not coming out to play that game, so they continue bullying them. Yep, okay, they sure are. Fact, there is like this bitterness in everything they say about Invictus. It's like, how dare despair create such a worthy cause? Shaking my head. We may need to send a carton of tissue to sew up all of the Harry and Meghan inspired tears. Hence, all the not activity. They're not. It'll be a PR disaster for the grifters. Okay, really? News to me, couldn't care less. But why you here? Couldn't care less. So, but why you here? You must following them to be on this post. Okay, meanwhile, let's see here. All right, Canada, Alberta cancel bid for 2030 Commonwealth Games over cost, weeks after Australia's Victoria pulled out of hosting 2026 game. Wow. Okay, Canadian province, Alberta cancel bid for 2030 Commonwealth Games. Mm-mm-mm. There's that. King cannot evoke same enthusiasm for Commonwealth Games as late Queen, ex-Australian diplomat once. Event faces crisis as monarch does not have the same aura as his mother, who held the event together. So this is why she stayed for that long. So that was August 4th. They put that headline out. Okay, let me read what's there and then move. Okay, totally. They won't stop till that man has stopped himself. They want him losing everything. They will keep piling on pressure to everyone they work with or connect with. They now want him to step away from Invictus. There's the ruling out. Yep. Do they realize that even if the UK pull out, which it can't, these games will go on. It's for servicemen and women globally. That's the thing, globally. Even if the UK pull out, the game still goes on. It's just that minus the UK. All right, let's all support them. We're all safe because of their sacrifices. Yep, already seen it, and that tweet, nasty comment all over. Yep, get a life. Okay, who get a life? Okay, so let's get this here. I mean, can you imagine? I'm moving on to the next one. Can you imagine? This is what Princess Diana went through. This is what Princess Diana went through by herself. These people don't have anything positive to contribute, just negativity. All right, this one is a very good one. I shared it on the community board. I shared this individually on our part of Pure Service, and this one I shared it on my our part. Was it our Pure Team Sussex? So let's get started. When William and Kate's deranged foot soldiers insist on spreading the lie that Williams gave Harry the money to start Invictus. You don't know how happy I was to see that tweet, because so many times when I said certain things, I knew, okay, I knew Harry started, I couldn't find, I don't remember where I read it. So when I couldn't find proof to back up some of the things that I was saying, what I did, I just delete them. I just delete them. So when I saw this, I was so happy when I saw it. Okay, so let's read them. Okay, you know what? Let me read this. This is the same thing, by the way. This is the same as that. Okay, it's just in one thing. Okay, they're doing nothing, and if these international warrior games work, they'll enhance the foundation profile, which will energize donors and did they put it in the, let me make sure something. I'm sorry. Did they start? Yeah, okay, so it did start the same way. Right there. There. They're doing nothing. And if these international warrior games work, they enhance the foundation's profile, which will energize donors and replenish the foundation accounts many times over. There'll be that much more to go around when Willie and Kate came back full time. So I was feeling supremely confident in the days leading up to my pitch. Okay, so there's Harry making pitch for Invictus. Okay, but when the actual day came, not so much. I realized how badly I wanted this for the soldiers and their families, and if I'm being honest, for myself, and this sudden attack of nerves kept me from being at my best. Still, I got through it, and the board said yes. So he went to the board. Okay, so he went to the board first, then he bring it to William. Okay, thrilled, I reached out to Willie, expecting him to be thrilled as well. He was sorely irritated. He wished I run all this by him first. Okay, he will scratch it. So he went to the board, so the board already know about it. Okay, my assumption, I said, was that other people had done so. He complained that he'll be using up all the funds in the Royal Foundation.
So in some ways, you're leveraging your name, it seems to me. Does this create something very, very unique to you and your brother and sister-in-law in that you can get these people to come together and talk to each other? Because working together is hard.
Yeah, well, it's hard working together as a family. It's hard working together. And it's hard working together when you are scrapping for the same money within the same sector, as a lot of people know.
Okay, so he went to the Royal Foundation to pitch his Invictus thing here. Okay, that's absurd, I splurred. I was told only a £500,000 grant would be needed to get the games going, a fraction of the foundation's money. Besides, it was coming from the Endeavor Fund, an arm of the foundations I created. Okay, so heavy, there it is. Okay, what that just brings to mind when he was at the Obama Foundation, where Melody Habson was asking him, who started, I think it was the Royal Foundation or whatever. So Harry didn't say. And we know, well, at least I know it was him who did it. But he didn't throw his brother and his sister-in-law under the bus. He just said he doesn't remember.
Doesn't this seem obvious? Like, why haven't other people done it then? So you've created, with your brother and sister-in-law, the Royal Foundation. Okay, you've started a charity. My first question would be, do we need another charity? So, you know, what was your thinking in coming together? Whose idea was this?
So that's my motto is exactly that. Why another charity?
Has this been easier or harder than you thought to start your own foundation and to, what would you say?
I think it's made easier with the people that we work with, the support that we have. Obviously, it's certainly made easier having the name and the position, because with that comes the ability to convene some amazing people and some expertise, of which a lot of other organizations wouldn't have the opportunity to do. So, yeah,
Whose idea was this? I mean, who was it? You or Prince William or
the Royal Foundation?
Yeah.
Can't even remember. But
so in his book, there it is. Okay, he's saying it here. Beside it was coming, he's making reference here where the money will be coming from. Okay, beside it was coming from the Endeavor Fund, an arm of the foundation I created specifically for veterans recovery. Okay, so that's the guy. He's honest. He said he created specifically for the veterans. So he's going to use that money. It's like an investment to continue for the same people that he created it. I mean, come on. All right. The rest will come from donors and sponsors. What was going on here? I wondered. Then I realized, my God, sibling rivalry. I put a hand over my eyes. Had we not passed this yet? The whole heir versus spare thing? Wasn't it a bit late in the days for that tired childhood dynamic? This is Harry. He grown up, but the other ones still have that stupidity mindset. But even if it wasn't, even if Willie insists on being competitive, on turning our brotherhood into some kind of private Olympiad, had he built up an insurmountable lead? He was married with a baby on the way while I was eating takeaway alone over the sink. This is how he compared it. This guy have everything. Okay? This is the thing. Some people have everything, they don't even know it. They want more, and then at the end, okay, you never stop to look back at what you have and appreciate it. At some point, you're gonna lose it all. Okay, I don't wish that on anybody, but I've said something in that similar aspect. Okay, let me read that. Okay, I could always rewind it. Okay, he was married with a baby on the way while I was eating takeaway alone over the sink. Pass sink. I still live with Pa. Game over, man. You win. Okay, I expected magic. I thought this challenging, enabling task of creating an international warrior games will propel me into the next phase of my post-war life. Okay, so that's the thing here. He had to take things from his, well, he didn't say it here, or that screenshot didn't share it. He had to create it himself with his own money. So that's why when he's leaving, okay, he grabbed it with him. So if William had accepted that and allowed it for it to come with whatever uh, the money from I don't know, from the institution or whatever, okay, when he leave, he will have to leave that behind. But he created with his own. They weren't even there to support him, so he take it with him, and now it's building up globally. All right. So he was looking forward for the next phase of his life. He was doing it for himself as well. Okay. So he had a vision, and this is what's going on here. All right. Let's read some of the comment. Care will not and cannot should be embarrassed that their so-called friends think so little in them that they have to make stuff up to stomach Workshire William and his mumbling wife. William is such a pathetic, insecure man-child. He uses his position to his advantage when it comes to Harry because he still sees Harry as a rival and wants to make it as difficult as possible for Harry to succeed in anything, whether it's business or private. See, all the, how do you call this? All the nonsense we're seeing on the headline, the tabloid, they're behind it. They're behind it. Prince Harry gave us everything we need to know about those derangers. Let's see here. Okay, pause your screen and read it because I'm already 42 minutes. And all right, so there's that here. You could pause and read. All right, to really expect thrill as well. He was irritated. He wished I run all this by him. That's the part that I just read. Okay, what's going on here? I wonder. I realize my God, sibling rival. Okay, so the same thing. That's from the book Spare. Okay. William and Kate have accomplished nothing, so their bats constantly try to credit them with others' work, or worse, destroy others' work. And the thing is that all the things that they're doing now, trying to hate on Harry, okay, we're just seeing their nonsense, their incompetency. I don't know. They should just stop doing that because it's bringing a spotlight onto their incompetencies. Okay, any Williams solo project or accomplishments that lasted more than 5 years. Impact. Okay, Kensington Royal are desperate to get their sticky, underperforming hands on We Are Invictus. That's right, especially the money. Okay, that's all they want to see. If they go in there and they take it over, they will destroy it. They will destroy it, sabotage it. Okay, William would have gave Harry anything, especially if he thought it will help Harry in any way. Wouldn't. Okay, that's the word. Would not. Okay, receipt. William will always be jealous of him. Okay, really did grant him anything. All right, 100%. Harry is whiny baby, born with a silver spoon in his mouth, who has. Okay, whatever. Thank you for showing yourself, though. Let's go to the next one. Next tweet. Okay, this is for the Royalists and derangers subspecies. Prince William was not involved in any shape or form with the creation of the Invictus game or giving funds for it. It was Prince Harry's idea, creation, and funds he helped to collect. William is unworthy of Invictus and can't touch it. That was the thing here where Harry was saying, even though they are big organization, but everybody is scrapping for the piece of the pie, so to speak, when he said that in the Obama Foundation.
Why haven't other people done this?
Because I genuinely believe that we as a foundation will never be able to compete with some of the other big foundations financially. As weird as that may sound, but that's fact.
Harry tell us everything we need to know. Okay, so let's read this. We are delighted to announce that the Endeavor Fund has been transferred across from the Royal Foundation and into the work of the Invictus Game Foundation. The Endeavor Fund will continue to support the ambition of wounded, injured, and sick service personnel and veterans, but will now expand its activities across the international Invictus community. Harry is not lying to anybody. So if they, not that Harry is not part of the institution, but he is still part of the family, but institution in terms of work. Okay, this is where he was trying to differentiate private and public. All right, so privately he is part of them, publicly he's not. All right, so this is uh, they can't really lie about those kind of things because Harry is not part of the working institution. So if they dare say some nonsense about things like this, he will come out and say it. All right, so they don't want to be look extra petty. Petty. Okay, the Endeavour Fund was established by the Duke of Sussex, there it is, in 2012.
Together, whose idea was this?
So that's my motto is exactly that. Why another charity?
Okay, the Endeavour Fund was established by the Duke of Sussex, there it is, in 2012.
And who was it? You or Prince William or
The Royal Foundation?
Yeah.
Can't even remember. But
There it is, and which also confirmed from what Harry had said in his book, Spare. Okay, so there it is here, what I just read a few minutes ago. The Endeavour Fund was established by the Duke of Sussex in 2012 when he was patron of the Royal Foundation. Since the time of its inception, the Endeavour Fund has granted over £3 million across over 100 Endeavour activities that have supported over 6,000 wounded, injured, and sick service personnel and veterans to re-engage with sports or an adventurous challenge after sustaining injury or falling ill during their time in the military. This includes being responsible for establishing and funding the original Invictus Game, there it is, in 2014. And this transfer now presents an exciting opportunity for both organizations to further their support for international members of the. Okay, I can read the rest. All right, so there it is here. All right, there's this. Sis, please, a peg. There's the laugh. The Royalists, derangers can read. True that. Wasn't William livid at Harry for doing this on his own and not asking him permission? Yep. Okay, so that's the thing I just read from Spare. When was this statement released, my sis? Is it recent? Okay, let's see here. All right, not recent. I believe this was posted when the couple organization split foundation. Yeah, Harry wanted the money to go where it's supposed to be. They were trying to fund it to other places. Harry was like, nope, it's going there. All right, they fought for that. Okay, when the Sussexes stepped down, 2020, that's why they tried to attach really secret settlement, which he received around that time to Invictus. It's crazy. All right, William trying to whip as usual. When he then saw he is gonna hit a whack, okay, he's gonna hit a whack this time. No longer Harry of old, always making sacrifice for them to look good. Now is Harry's husband and Meghan father of Archie and Lily. Okay, I ask myself regularly, what has William and Kate really achieved? Okay, let's go into that. As my mom used to say, when you get everything given to you, you never ever grow and your brain creativity shrinks. That is what I see members who have no idea how to do anything of merit simply because they have never had to. Okay, to lose all semblance of dignity. Alright, that's an ad, air, and spares. Okay, okay, that's that. I did call this several months ago. Last year, one of the British arms served tied with the IG Invictus Game. Since Harry stepped back, there has been a well-orchestrated plan to strip him of all the charities and his patron of other organizations he holds dear, the ones they were not successful in. Okay, one of three. Removing, they have launched and continue to launch a sustained attack on his suitability to continue in the post. What they do is weaponize individuals with military background and those linked to his charity to openly discredit him as they are deemed more credible. Yep, and I see they're doing the same thing. If you look at my other channel, one of the things that I say, when you look some of the things that they're doing, the same blueprint. If you really look at the things that they do, you will see certain things. They now, what they're doing here now, politically and other things, they're using influencers. Okay, let's say for instance, I was huge, not that I'm looking to be, but let's say a huge influencer. All right, on social media, whatever. I don't know who's huge right now, who's hip right now. They will use them, let's say the popcorn planet kind of thing. I think that's when I realized that. Okay, they're using them, in my humble opinion. I don't know, but it seems like. But out of nowhere, for Harry and Meghan to come under their mouth, I don't know where that came from, because Meghan never said a damn thing to them for them to come out and say anything. They hire influencers to do their bidding for them. And this is what I'm saying. Even though the money might be good, I hope the young people pay very close attention, to be very careful. Because if they're doing the bidding for those people, they pretty much ruin it for themselves as well. Okay? They may not know the full plan of the people who's paying them to negativity, but at the end of the day, it's going to affect them in some shape or form. So they need to be very careful about that. Okay? To go on the hate bandwagon out of nowhere. All right. So influencing, you need to influence people in a positive way. Okay. The aim, it appears, is to break him mentally. The same thing they do. They're really good at that. All right. This is someone who knows exactly how the institution works. I agree with that. Okay. The aim, it appears, is to break him mentally, thus impact on family, marriage, so that he will return to the fold and be belittled further. This is apparent with the calls to revoke his US visa. That's it. Having failed in their effort to stop countries from joining the IG, they have three. Okay, so there's more. Okay, sunk to the new law. They are now suggest that he should not attend, or if he does, should not take an active part. It is apparent that if he is removed from the post, he will have to be replaced by another royal. These people wishing to ram him are vermin and won't succeed. Okay, what is the source of this? I haven't seen this before. You don't have, I mean, if you're paying attention, this is the thing here. I see all of the things that this person is saying. This is spot on. Let me bookmark it so I could post it on the community. This is it. This person is spot on. This is spot on. If you are paying attention, you will see it. This person is spot on. This person know exactly what's going on. It's their blueprint. This is their typical blueprint. This is what she's pretty much saying here. This is spot on. Okay? If you pay attention, you will see the little things in between. And she pretty much just sums it up here. All right? I'm glad I went in it. Okay, yeah. Ever notice that Prince William never has any success, that he is alone? Said little man. Okay, read Harry's book. He explains how it happened.
This is outrageous. How dare they try to put credit for this? They're despicable. Something is wrong with my recording. I think the new computer is messed up. Things are not aligning. As I'm editing, it's giving me a hard time to align the words with the cursor where I'm reading.
Okay, don't the world already have like 10,000 other charities they've been assigned to patron? Like, why are they trying so hard to sever, cut off anything and everything associated with Harry's name, but at the same time embarrassing themselves by trying to take any credit for Invictus? That's the ruling. I'm telling you, when I saw the thing that I was telling you on Microsoft thing, the headline, I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. The headline was saying something, they will take Harry's some medal, some patronages or something. And I look at them, I was like, what? Harry doesn't even care about these things. Okay? There they go. There they go trying to steal it and take credit. It's what the colonizers do. It's pretty much, they're revealing themselves. Okay? It doesn't even matter. It's Harry's and the royals can take it. It thrives because of Harry. Okay? And his book, Spare, Harry recount the interaction between him and William about the Invictus game. William was upset because Harry didn't come to him first about it. Honestly, William is the last person that should be anywhere near the Invictus game. He is so unworthy. Yep. And the thing is that this is why I say he doesn't understand his position. He's going to be the head. Okay? This guy does not understand his position. He's going to be the head of the army. This is the, if he had understand his position, knowing he's going to be the head of the army, and him working with his brother. Okay, let's say, I don't know, agree to send the people to war. And there's Harry here, the spare, to repair them. I mean, come on. This guy doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. Harry was voice of reason and over there. Okay, receipt, disgraceful folks. Every day they show themselves to be the worthless liars and haters. That's it. That's it. I'm glad this is the last one. Okay, the last comment under that. That's exactly that. This is what they're showing themselves to be. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, there's that. Let's pause. I am so glad Prince Harry didn't tell Berkshire Willie his ideas of creating Invictus Game, and he just went straight to the board for approval. If Willie had known about Harry's plan, he would never have allowed IG to be being created. Okay, IG Invictus Game. All right, this is 2 minutes and 19 seconds. I'm pretty sure the same part where Harry mentioned it in the book that I just read.
The first step would be pitching the Royal Foundation board, which oversaw my charitable projects and Willie's and Kate's. It was our foundation, so I told myself, no problem. Also, the calendar was on my side. This was early summer 2013. Willie and Kate, weeks from having their first child, were going to be out of commission for a while. The foundation, therefore, didn't have any projects in the pipeline. Its roughly £7 million was just sitting there, doing nothing.
Wow. This is someone who's really thinking. He's using his brain.
And if these international warrior games worked, they'd enhance the foundation's profile, which would energize donors and replenish the foundation's accounts many times over. There'd be that much more to go around when Willie and Kate came back full-time, so I was feeling supremely confident in the days leading up to my pitch. But when the actual day came, not so much. I realized how badly I wanted this, for the soldiers and their families, and if I'm being honest, for myself. And this sudden attack of nerves kept me from being at my best. Still, I got through it, and the board said yes. Thrilled, I reached out to Willie, expecting him to be thrilled as well. He was sorely irritated. He wished I'd run all this by him first. My assumption, I said, was that other people had done so.
And the thing is that just brings to mind, even though I just read that part, is that if Harry had went to him also to say about Meghan when they first met, the same thing will happen. You see the pattern of things? They will sabotage the relationship. So what Harry did when he first met Meghan, he kept it to himself. He kept it to himself, and probably just Nacho maybe, who probably knew about it. Okay? But once the institution knows, the brother, you see what happened? The smear campaign went on. Okay? Pay people to do investigation, get Meghan's social security, try to get people to talk negative about her and all of that. The same pattern of things. This is how these people are. So when Harry is strongly about something, he keep it to himself. And he do the background work first, and then when he's ready, he show it to them. Because other than that, they will sabotage it for him. All right, so let's continue.
He complained that I'd be using up all the funds in the Royal Foundation. That's absurd, I spluttered. I was told only a £500,000 grant would be needed to get the games going, a fraction of the foundation's money. Besides, it was coming from the Endeavour Fund, an arm of the foundation I'd created specifically for veterans' recovery. The rest would come from donors and sponsors. What was going on here?
There's the thing. He created for the vets, and now he wants to expand it for vets. Okay? It's still using it for vets for exactly what it was meant for originally. It's like a reinvestment. And then by doing that, the Invictus will bring more money in for the Endeavour Fund. But nope, he didn't see that. So Harry said, okay, I feel confident about it, so I'm going to use my own money. And look at this. That's a huge investment right there.
I wondered. Then I realized, my God, sibling rivalry. I put a hand over my eyes. Had we not got past this yet? The whole heir versus spare thing? Wasn't it a bit late in the day for that tired childhood dynamic? But even if it wasn't, even if Willie insisted on being competitive, on turning our brotherhood into some kind of private Olympiad, hadn't he built up an insurmountable lead? He was married, with a baby on the way, while I was eating takeaway alone over the sink. Pa's sink, I still lived with Pa. Game over, man. You win.
There's that. All right. They should be working together. That's what Diana wanted for her boys. I mean, Harry try. Harry try. I mean, he probably this person probably do it as a hater. But yeah, I agree. Harry tried, but at some point, Harry needs to move on. The other ones did not want to. Okay, but instead it's rivalry after rivalry after rivalry. So at some point, Harry needs to move on. But if you're focusing on just the two of you fighting for little things, then what's gonna happen? The veterans who need the help, the extra help, will not get it. Okay, so let's go into that. Even though I think it's a hater, but she's right, but still. Okay, Diana will have wanted that, but listening to Spare, Harry's memoir, it's very apparent William was never a great older brother. They have never been close as a brother or friends the way the firm present to the world. All right, let's read all of that, okay? William's incapable of achieving or working toward anything. His only intent on backstabbing his brother and doing all the things to undermine him that Charles did to Diana. Okay, she'd be so sad about that. Yeah, I think so too. Diana would have wanted, but the jealousy from the heir, the realization never happened. Yep. That's true. Okay, so there's that. He didn't crest it. He just stole the idea from Wounded Warriors. What? But so what? It will help with Spare, not the British tabloid, to be more informed. Otherwise, people who knows, I mean, the way Invictus came, um, Harry is not shying about it. Where he got the idea from, Harry is not shying about it. So not too long ago, I think I highlighted in some part of my videos. Well, when was that? Okay, when the Warriors game was happening, Harry was there. He went to the games. So Harry's not shying about it where he got the idea. So my goodness. Okay, it will help read Spare, not the British tabloid, to be more informed. Otherwise, people who know you might think you're not that intelligent. Harry always give credit to the, was it the OD Warriors game, Prince Harry. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so there's another. I'm telling you, the squad be coming with receipt. And so on the flight back to Britain, I kept going over those games in my mind, wondering if we could do something similar in Britain. A very a version of those Warriors game, but perhaps that more soldiers, more visibility, more benefit to participants. I scribbled some notes on a sheet of paper, and by the time my plane touched down, I had the essential idea sketched out. That remind me of Tyler Perry. He there's a show that he created. I think he was flying a long flight from wherever I don't know. I think somewhere in Georgia to wherever he was going, and he would whatever the movie on the plane. I don't remember which movie it was. There was something he would. Okay, at least the draft of it. Okay, a Paralympic for soldiers from all over the world in London's Olympics Park, where the London Olympics had just happened, with full support and cooperation from the palace, maybe. Big ask, but I felt that I had accrued some political capital despite at least one article that made me out to be some kind of a war criminal, despite my whole checkered history as the naughty one. Britain seems to have generally positive view of the Spare. There was a feeling that I was coming into my own. Plus, most Brits had a positive view of the military community overall. Despite the unpopularity of the war, surely they'll be supportive of an effort to help soldiers and their families. The first step would be pitch the War Foundation Board, which we just listened to him say, which oversaw my charitable project, and Willis and Kate. It was our foundation, so I told myself, no problem. Okay, also, the calendar was on my side. This was early summer 2013. Willie and Kate, weeks from having their first child, were going to be out of commission for a while. The foundation, therefore, didn't have any project in the pipeline. It's roughly £7 million was just sitting. Okay, so we just listened to the rest of that. Okay, so this is where it come from at the beginning. Okay, the idea, he himself said, find something else to hate on. Invictus is here and Warrior Games, so yeah, he participated in it. He not to play, but he was there as a guest there. I think he gave a speech, and I remember one of the things that I raised in that particular video, where he was giving the speech, and you saw the U.S. flag behind him. And one of the things we said, I don't know if I said it or I read it, in one of the tweets, where we said if he was a working warrior, you would have seen, or if he was still, was it the institution allow him to be whatever, you will see the UK flag behind him. Okay, but they rejected him, so he was there to represent himself. All right, so that's that. There's that. He gave acknowledgement and praise to the Wounded Warriors game. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to downgraded him, as if whatever.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.
And a lot of things that created that happen. Okay, people learn from other people. Like for instance, the internet. Let's say, for so to speak, it didn't just happen like that. Okay, when you look at your phone, all those apps and all the other things, it started from something else from previously. All right, the people who create telephone, and then people find other ways and other ideas. They build upon it. So if people were willing to focus on what really matters and we build up on each other's ideas, we will be very far. But instead, you have the haters. They want to get credit, but they're not working toward something to be credited for. But instead, they're trying to put people down. My goodness. All right, so there's this here. Here's how Meghan Markle spent her vacation during her Suits Day before she took the famous girl trip and met Harry. All right, 45 seconds. Let's listen.
Day, I invite you to take a stand with me. On this day and every day, just know that what you have easy access to is a luxury for so many people. So let's make a pact to not take that for granted.
Markle brought us the water we use. We now have drinking water and water to do other things.
She used to come here and bring us clean water. She really cared about the people here. We would use the clean water and wouldn't get sick anymore.
More than 130 families have benefited from the water project. Most expressed gratitude and wished Markle the fairy tale life they say she deserves.
I feel like I played this before for you, and I'm sorry if I'm showing it again. Okay, it's better to have it than not have it at all. Okay, thank you for this video. Thank you for sharing this. She did humanitarian work with World Vision and the UN, as well as joining local efforts in her areas when she could. I love that. She's always been charitable, doing more with her increased privilege. All right, so let's go to the next tweet, and this is my last one. Okay. I don't know if I should even put this. I shared this in terms of screenshot, not the video itself, on my community, but I didn't listen to it. So let's see what she has to say. They don't want it because he's ruined it, Invictus Game. It's taking all of the spotlight away from them. Royal biographer Angela Levine shared the latest on Prince Harry and reveals the Invictus Games feel he and Meghan Markle have ruined it. What? What? Oh, okay, I'm glad I put it at the end, because after we saw all the things, all the other tweets that I just shared with you, so you know how Invictus Game started, okay? And then especially that last video that I just showed you, Meghan doing her own charitable work. How is that being ruined? Okay, so let's listen to the nonsense she's spewing.
They also are very cross that they're going to use them as publicity for themselves. I mean, they have loved Harry. They've been very good. I've been on one with him, and I've spoke to all the people who started it, and they felt very strongly that he was absolutely right. But now he's turned it more into making him somebody more important than he is now.
I'm sorry. I've shared so many videos with you, so many tweets, almost every day. Almost every day. Go to any of my videos. See if you see Harry talking about himself. You've seen Invictus posting tweets. Okay? It's not Harry. And he does the promotion, video promotion. I mean, you could watch the video as much as you can, but it's not Harry who's coming out every day saying something different every day. But where is she getting her information from? But the thing is also, even if Harry was to do what she is saying, this is what Harry's supposed to do, promoting the game. But she's turning it as if Harry's promoting himself. Harry's not about that. Oh my God, these people are vile. Oh God, do your thing, baggage for God.
I'm just confused here, Angela. Why is Meghan going to be in Germany with Harry, but she's not coming over here? It's not exactly far, is it?
Piers, if you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
No, but she doesn't like it here. And I think somebody told me that she knows that she's not at all liked here.
Private, go back to America and live privately.
So she's keeping away.
I mean, you people told her to go back to America. She's not welcome and everything. And look how you guys treated her when she came to the Queen's funeral. So she has no business going here. The last time she came was for the One Young World. Okay? And you saw how you treated her. Okay? She was getting all the adoration, but the Queen had to go under the bus. I don't know why I feel so strongly about that part. I have no proof, but it's just my humble opinion.
They said she gets very, very anxious if she's not in control. Of course, she wouldn't be in control there. And so she's just said she's coming later. She's not coming the first day, the Invictus Games. She's coming towards the end. And Harry's going to give a speech right at the end. But, I mean, people in Canada have contacted me to say they're trying to stop the 2025 one because they don't want it anymore with them.
They're talking about, I just read all the stuff to you guys. Okay? You saw the headlines or whatever. Canada is trying to stop the Commonwealth Games. Okay? The Commonwealth Games. Commonwealth Games is not the same as Invictus. Okay?
They've got to leave
them
out the way.
But the Invictus Games?
They don't want it because he's ruined it.
Why does it become all about Harry and Meghan?
Because it's become, so taking all the spotlight away from them. I mean, they need that help. They need the spotlight. There's the most extraordinary things that they've managed to do from being very, very badly wounded. I spent time with Harry meeting some of these people.
I spent time with Harry where they forced Harry to stay and do the interview, and she turned it into a book and spew her nonsense.
And they felt they had nothing in life, and they felt that Harry had given them. He was very positive. With the cuts that we saw before this last week, he was his own self. He was very upbeat and positive and enthusiastic and encouraging. But actually there, once Meghan turns up as well, she will take the show because she has to be at the front. She has to be number one.
Oh my God, oh my God. God, do your thing, do your thing. That's all she does, spread lies and conspiracies. Everything that comes out of Angela Evil Levine's mouth is a lie. Conspiracies, and I'm not saying that because I like Meghan Markle. I'm saying that because it is 1000% the truth. Angela and GB News will bring your soul closer to hell. Okay, only mentally weak, dumb people believe anything coming from Angela Levine and GB News and seeing the likes they all lot. That's how I feel. Why is Marco front and center? I mean, you guys are putting her front and center. All we hear is that she's going to be at the end. That was the announcement. It's not even her who come out and say it. They put the announcement out. But you guys talking about it every day. But okay. Whew. Okay, I'm not even going to. Okay, let's see. How about vindictive woman that doesn't realize that her constant rambling about Harry and Meghan's make it about them? Someone in Canada contacted her to say they don't want Invictus. They don't watch it. Okay, someone told me, narrator, nobody had in fact told Angela anything. She made it all up. In 2025, Invictus is more locked in than 2026 Commonwealth Game. That's it. Okay, it's 2026, the Commonwealth Game that's not coming. They don't want. Okay, so let's do a prayer. Let's do prosperity. Prosperity and protection. Okay, let's do that. Prosperity and everything that they do. Okay, pray for prosperity and protection. Father, bless me so that I may prosper in all the things I do in my life. I shall prosper financially, spiritually, and health-wise by your will. Oh God, I pray you also protect me so that I will live a long and fruitful life. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And that's it. Now I'm going to do another video for my other channel, OPPS Team Sussex. All right, that's where I'm going to do my next video. All right, thank you for your support.
We made it work, and now we're here, so we're thrilled.
Evolution. This is the future.
And now we're here, so we're thrilled.